been getting questions a lot about this lately, as far as what kind of mindset I have with prep, and I can say it's totally different now that I've been doing this for close to 20 years as opposed to like my first couple seasons. The first couple seasons it was, real serious. I was doing it more to win, try to get my placings, first place, didn't want to be second place, and then it got to the point where I was becoming obsessive with turning pro. So all my focus was on just trying to win a pro card. And for example, in 2002, I was getting ready for the Texas Shredder Classic in Texas, and put on by Dave Gooden. Good show, by the way. But yeah, for 14 weeks, I was just so focused on winning. I mean, that was the main goal, that I totally did not even enjoy myself looking back on it. Every workout was so serious. I mean, I had to, if I wasn't working out hard enough, I mean, I'd question myself. Even when I did work out hard, I was still saying that it wasn't good enough. So the whole time I was just putting so much stress on myself. And yeah, nutrition wise, I don't think I cheated one time. The whole time I was right on the money. Stressed myself out just making sure I had everything perfect. And yeah, it's just the only thing that was in the back of my mind was winning. And just the thought of that now, just kind of, I cringe, because I was not enjoying myself that whole time during prep. And I believe it was a 14-week prep too. So for 14 weeks, it was just nothing about just focusing on winning and doing everything possible to be the best I could be. And I didn't, every workout I'd question, did I work out hard enough? As far as meal timing, I ate 6 meals a day, same thing every day. It was, I could pretty much remember it like it was yesterday. It was oatmeal, chocolate whey. I would do that 3 or 4 times a day. Then the other 2 or 3 meals was chicken, brown rice, and a vegetable, a green vegetable. That was it. That was my food sources. I ate same times every day. I ate at 5:45. I ate at 8:30 in the morning, 11:15, about 2:30, and then I ate again at about 5, and then about 8 o'clock. So I mean, once those times came, I had to eat. And if I was 5 minutes late, it was like, oh no, I'm 5 minutes late. So yeah, I put so much unnecessary stress on myself. Then actually, I flew out to Texas, did the show. I was at my best at that time, ever. I came up short. I took second place in the middleweights. I ended up getting 4 first place votes. I got, I think, 1 or 2 second place votes, and I got 2 fifths. Now those 5th place votes, I don't know where they come from, still don't know where they came from, but I ended up losing by 1 point. And yeah, that pretty much devastated me. That whole flight home, I was just so depressed about it, and actually I was depressed about bodybuilding. I just didn't want nothing to do with it at that point. I was pretty much didn't compete for 2 years. Yeah, I just had no desire. I lost the fun. There was no appeal to it. Felt I got screwed, I got robbed, and in hindsight, I could have looked a lot better. So yeah, pretty much stressed myself, made that whole experience miserable. There was a lot of people that I didn't really talk to at the show just because I had that competitive drive. I shut myself down emotionally. I was just there to win. I didn't care about meeting people. It wasn't about making friends at that point. It was just I wanted to get a pro card. That was it. And so yeah, when I got back, it was 2 years of depression. And my brother Paul wanted me to compete with him at the Cap City in 2004. I didn't really want to do it. Didn't have my heart set on it, but I went ahead and did it, and I was far from looking my best. And yeah, so I didn't really get back into the sport fully until 2006, and I had a different perspective. I still was competitive. I still wanted to win, but not as badly as I did for that Texas show. And it wasn't until 2009, when I came back out of retirement, that I had a long talk with my wife before I even started my prep. And she pretty much asked me, do you really want to put yourself through that, knowing that maybe I wouldn't win, and just the stress of it, and was it worth it to me? And at that point, I was already thinking, like, my whole perspective of competing changed. It wasn't for trying to get a pro card. It wasn't trying to win. It was just for me personally to have a good time, to enjoy the sport again, and that's pretty much what I did. So that 2009 season was like an awakening. It was like a different perspective. My workouts were more enjoyable. I didn't take them I mean, they were serious, but I didn't take them seriously as far as like feeling like I wasn't good enough after I finished a workout. I felt accomplished after each workout. And yeah, as far as the food, I still was kind of a clean eater at that point. You know, I was still eating my oatmeal and the, you know, brown rice and chicken. Actually, a lot of turkey instead of chicken that season. But yeah, I was eating clean. And but the pressure just wasn't there. I was enjoying myself. And I ended up winning 2 pro cards, and it wasn't like I was trying to go for pro cards. It just kind of fell into my lap, and I think it's just not giving myself that pressure of winning allowed me to be at my best. So yeah, the whole perspective, my mindset has totally changed. I've learned a lot since that 2002 season where I just took things so seriously, and I was trying to, you know, be better than the next person. You know, feeling like I was superior by training harder than they were, when in reality is I have no clue how my competitors were training. They might have been working 10 times harder than me, who knows. But I just do the best I can do. Fast forward to this season so far. Started in December, and my whole outlook was I'm going to have a good time. I'm just going to have fun. Each workout I do, I don't take seriously. I do what I can do on that given day. If I have a great workout, fine. If it's a mediocre workout, fine. Not going to beat myself up over it. I just do the best I can do on each day, and I try to enjoy it. As far as my nutrition, I'm not a prisoner of meal timing. I mean, I get up. If I eat at 7 in the morning, I may eat at 10 the next time. I may eat at 11. It doesn't really matter. It's not like that hour I'm going to, you know, all of a sudden shrink. And I'm not going to lose muscle size, and I'm not going to stress over being a prisoner to the clock. As far as food choices, I think the best thing, when I first started this prep, I tried to eat a lot more variety in my diet, and it was frustrating. It was a learning process to you know, make sure my macros were right because of the different food sources. So it was like a lot of learning. I had a big learning curve, and I got frustrated with it, and I ended up going back to clean eating for about a week just because I'm like, this is stupid. I'm in the kitchen for like half my day trying to figure this stuff out. But yeah, I didn't give up. I went back and I said, no, don't give up, and I pretty much learned, you know, I got on it and I learned how to track things properly. And so yeah, my food sources right now, I mean, everybody knows me as Cake Man, so that just tells you one thing right there. I don't think I've ever enjoyed my food as much as I have this season with this prep, and it's just making it a lot more enjoyable. I mean, I know some guys will say you got to eat clean if you want to get ultra shredded, and so far that's not the case for me. I just think for me personally, I'm a lot more balanced with the different variety of foods. It works for me. I mean, it may not work for someone else, but for me it does. And yeah, so far with one show under my belt last weekend, it was nice. I did win the Masters in the middleweight class, and that was great. But that wasn't. It wasn't even in my back of my mind to go in there and win. I don't think I've ever felt so stress-free at a show ever. I got to do it with my brother. It was and Louis Stoner. So backstage, it was just, we were just having a good time. Went out there, hit some poses, did my free posing routine, dedicated it to my stepfather, and yeah, I just got lucky enough to win a couple classes, and in the overall, I ended up losing the overall, but it didn't even matter. It just felt like, okay, whatever. Yeah, of course I would have liked to have won. It would have been neat to win, but after the show was over, I had two judges come up to me and say, "Oh, you know, I should have won," and they were talking to me like they were feeling sorry for me, and I just kept telling them, "It's okay. It doesn't matter. I had a great time." And just my whole perspective on prep now is just have fun. Each workout you do, have fun. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. For me, I try not to act like I'm trying to, you know, work harder than someone else. I just do what I can personally, and I feel good about that. And each workout, I feel good. I don't try to, you know, question myself. And so far, this has probably been the best prep I've ever had. To the person who asked this question about the mindset, that's kind of where I come from with me. And I don't know if it's just an age thing because I've been doing it for so long, or it's just, I guess it just depends on the person. Some people are more competitive than others. I used to be really competitive, and now I think just being in the sport for so long and I guess my age, I tend to kind of not put so much emphasis on the competitive side of things and just allow myself to have some fun. So, but anyway, that's my mindset on prep, and right now I'm getting ready to do an upper body power workout. And what's my mindset for this workout is pretty even keeled. I'm not, you know, trying to psych myself up to bench press a bunch. No, I'm going to put some weight on the bar. I'm going to go 230, so a small increase. Like I said, I'm not trying to be all gung-ho over it and be all, I gotta do, you know, 230. It's just like, do what I gotta do. And yeah, from there, I'll just finish out the workout, do my work, get on the cardio, hit my cardio. Nothing exciting about that. Just riding a stationary bike burns some calories. So I don't need to be all fired up for that. I mean, it's just get on there and pedal, and maybe watch some Sports Center. And yeah, the results follow. So I'm enjoying that. And then I can't wait till my meal afterwards because I'm pretty hungry right now. As far as, yeah, being hungry this prep, I haven't been too hungry, but the last few days after that first show, hunger's been pretty high. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that meal. On the menu for that is going to be, I got a 96% lean burger with some fat-free cheese and a pita bread. So it's pretty much a cheeseburger with, got some cracker chips from Special K. Those things are pretty good. And then I have some salsa to go with those. So looks like it's going to be a burger and some chips. And so that's pretty much it. That's my mindset. Just take one day at a time, have fun with it. And that's the bottom line. As long as you're having fun, win, lose, draw, it doesn't matter. Just have fun. So yeah, anyways, I'm out.